Hello kids. Today we are going to see 5th class EVS 8th lesson Rivers Means of Livelihood reading. The river Godavari. You might have seen many rivers and enjoyed taking bath in them. Moreover, if it is summer, one never wants to come out of the water. Is there any river near your place? Which river? Have you ever thought of it? Where does the river begin from? Which places does it flow through? What does it finally merge into? Where from the water comes into the river? Is water present throughout the year or does it get dried up? Do any other rivers merge into it? Will it have the same depth throughout? What is the lifestyle of the people living on the banks of the river? What is the relation they share with the river? Oops, never ending questions. But they do generate curiosity and you wish to know more about rivers. Let us find out the source of river Godavari and learn about the people living on its banks. Look at the Telangana map given in page 88. The river Godavari originates in the hills of Brahmagiri of the Western Ghats at Triambakeshwar in the district of Nasik in Maharashtra. It enters our state at Kandakurti in Nizamabad district. To reach our state, it travels 1465 kilometers. In Telangana, it flows through the districts of Nirmal, Nizamabad, Jagityal, Manchiryal, Peddapalli, Jaishankar, Bhopalpalli, and Bhadradri. Its flows separates the districts of Nirmal and Jagityal, Nirmal and Nizamabad, Manchiryal and Peddapalli, Manchiryal and Jagityal in Telangana. This river divides into three parts and finally meets the Bay of Bengal at Antarvedi in East Godavari and Yanam. Look at the maps of India and Telangana in the atlas and answer the questions given below. So group work some questions are given, try to answer those by looking at the atlas. Fishermen. Many people make a living by catching fish in Godavari. They use boats and catch a variety of fishes, crabs, lobsters. Fishing needs skill and hard work. They use different kinds of boats for fishing. So in the picture you can see traditional boat, motor boat, a woman selling fishes. Those pictures you can see here. The river is a source of livelihood for the fishermen. They lead their lives by fishing. They make money for their families by catching and marketing fish. To catch the fish they use both conventional boats and also motor boats. During floods they lose the boats and their nets get damaged. We are able to include nutritious fish in our diet due to the efforts of these fishermen. Water transport. The river Godavari not only provides livelihood to fishermen but also to boatmen. They provide transport to the passengers and tourists and also show the beauty of the river and its banks to the tourists. Many people may take pleasure riding on the ferries from Rajahmundry to Bhadrachalam to Perantalapalli between the Papikondalu hills. Our state tourism department operates the launches for tourists. People living in villages on the river shore travel on boats. They cross the river on boats from docks on the shores of the Godavari. Dams, crops. The first dam built across river Godavari is at Gangapur. It supplies drinking water to the cities of Nasik and Triambakeshwar. The other projects on it are Jayakwadi, Sriram Sagar, Dhavaleshwaram. These provide water for irrigation to lakhs of acres of land. The projects are not only used for irrigation and for providing drinking water to towns, but also for preventing floods and for the generation of electricity. With the Devadula Ettipotala program in Jaishankar, we are trying to supply water to Warangal, Jaishankar and Mahbubabad districts. In Maharashtra and Telangana, grow crops like sugarcane, paddy, cotton, tobacco, chili, and fruit orchards are cultivated by using the Godavari waters. On the other hand, many people become homeless and lakhs of acres of land is lost with the construction of the big dams and projects. Government tries its best to rehabilitate such people. Reverse civilization. It is observed that from ancient times humans have been living on the banks of the rivers. Rivers facilitated people to grow crops and settle in the banks. Due to availability of water for drinking and irrigation, development of civilization on the river banks was very natural. They become the natural resources for progress and livelihood. Many ancient cities and villages were located near the rivers. In these places, the people developed culturally, economically, and socially. Most of the human civilization in the world started on river banks. The archaeological excavations have revealed many buildings constructed along the rivers. The land along Godavari is a center for spirituality and culture. The Kumbh Mela is organized at Nasik. Triambakeshwar is one among the 12 important Jyotirlingas of Lord Shiva. In Nanded, the famous Sachkhand Gurudwara is located. The famous Saraswati temple is located at Basara in Telangana. Basara Gnana Saraswati Temple. Out of the two renowned Saraswati temples in India, one is in Kashmir and the second is Basara Gnana Saraswati Temple. It was built on the banks of river Godavari in Nirmal district of Telangana state during the period of Chalukyas. It is 205 kilometers away from Hyderabad and 35 kilometers away from Nizamabad town. The important celebrations in the temple are Vasanta Panchami, Mahashivaratri, Devi Navaratrulo, Vyasa Purnima, Aksharabhyasam. Goddess Saraswati is considered the deity of knowledge. The temples like Lakshmi Narasimha at Dharmapuri, Rama temple at Bhadrachalam, and Gautameshwara at Mantini are the centers of religious importance. Once in every 12 years, the Pushkar Mela is organized on the banks of Godavari. It lasts for 12 days. It is considered to be auspicious to take a dip in Godavari during that time. Nirmal, which is famous for wooden toys, is situated on the river bank itself. Industries, pollution. Many industries depend on the waters of the Godavari. We are able to produce 2600 megawatts of electricity through the thermal power station at Ramagundam. Paper mills are located at Bhadrachalam, thermal power station is located at Kottagudem, and natural gas power center is at Vijayeshwaram. Nanded and Aurangabad, which are on bank of river Godavari, have also developed industrially. But the wastes from the industries and the power stations are released into the river. This is causing damage to the water and to the living organisms and polluting the river water. The sewage water from villages and cities on the banks of the river Godavari is discharged into the river, resulting in the pollution of the river, making its water unsuitable for drinking. The people who visit the rivers also cause the water pollution by throwing plastic bottles and covers into the river. This leads to the excess growth of the water plant called Eichhornia, which reduces the dissolved oxygen, leading to the death of the water organisms, animals, and plants. Drought, floods. During scanty rains in the river basin, there is very little flow in the river Godavari. With this, the water level in the reservoirs comes down. Such type of drought condition put the farmers and their families to adverse situations and heavy loss. When there is heavy rainfall, there will be floods. Floods inundate the land near the river. The crops and the yield get swept by the water. When the water bodies like river and canals overflow, then all the possible means of transport like the road, rail and water are disturbed. Human deaths also occur. Due to floods, lot of water is lost into the ocean. Embankments have been built to avoid flooding water from rivers and canals. These embankments saved hundreds of villages from flood waters. In the next video, we'll be seeing the question answers of this lesson. Bye kids!